Hello, everyone. This is Grace, and I'm bringing you today one more success case from VanHack. Victor from Argentina, who moved to Canada a while ago and is a full stack engineer. Welcome, Victor. Thank you so much for taking your invite for today. How you doing?
Hi, Grace. Good afternoon. I'm doing great. Thank you. Thanks for having me today. Yeah, I'm doing fine and having fun with everything, including the weather. I enjoy winter, so I still love the snowfall and all that stuff. So yeah, having fun here.
Awesome. Yeah, that's great. And would you mind introducing yourself to our audience today?
Yeah, of course. Okay, yeah, I'm from Argentina. I've been working in the IT industry for more than 10 years, building scalable applications, including mobile. My expertise is backend. I started working as a backend engineer, and then I expand my knowledge in different areas like front end, infrastructure, and everything related to cloud services. I also had the opportunity to work with multiple programming languages and technologies, including Golang, Python, and etc. And yeah, I have also the opportunity to work in multiple industries, including fintech, healthcare, and human resources. Between them, at networks as well. And this is my kind of summarize with all the process so far in my life. And yeah, I consider myself a kind of IT curious, so I like keep myself posted with latest trends.
Awesome. Well, you mentioned about snow. So where in Canada are you located right now?
Yeah, I'm based in Ottawa right now, and yeah, the good thing is that of being in Ottawa is you're in the middle of two big cities, Montreal and Toronto, so you can go there very quickly if you want to have the opportunity to go to Montreal.
Mhm.
And yeah, it's a nice place to visit if you have the opportunity. And yeah, everything is fantastic. I always been sorry. I always wanted to know more cities, and last year I've been to Vancouver for a couple
Oh,
of
nice.
weeks, and it's a fantastic place as well. So I think you are in Vancouver, so you have a really nice place
Yes.
to enjoy during summer.
All right, audience. So vacation tips here with Victor as well. That's awesome. Thank you for the recommendation. And I'm curious to share Victor with the audience too, because like while you got a placement here through VanHack last year, correct?
Yeah.
And I would like to just like explore with you how was your journey? What has been your journey so far in the Canadian market coming from Argentina?
Yeah, that's a really good question. This is very interesting because most of the time, for example, in different countries, at least for this industry, sometimes we get for granted that the IT market is exactly the same, but it's not the case for Canada or in the US. And it is, for example, more or less the same as in Argentina, but the market moves differently. There are some time in the Canadian market when you, or is the best place to seek a new job if you are looking for a new one. And there is a different ways to face it. For example, to prepare yourself in order to present not only a good resume, but also how to how to follow the market flow, because it's totally different. And of course, in all this flow, the networking part is also important, because you need to more to know more people in the market that does exactly the same thing as you, but to get all these small points to start connecting everything. And it's been really cool. I think you mentioned VanHack is a really good avenue to go to the market, at least in the Canadian market, for what I see. And so I knew that VanHack 5 years ago, four, I don't remember exactly, but I think the first time I saw something related to the platform was a video that Ilya shared in, I think I watched in YouTube or somewhere else related to, how can the company helps you to relocate and all that stuff, how the process. So then I was started investigating how was the process, and it was a really good process and interesting related to how, for example, the platform helps you to connect with companies, and how helps you to do all this paperwork that you maybe need to do, and all that interesting things. In my case, I came as an international student. My relocation was different, but through VanHack, I get a job, my previous job, working for a Vancouver-based company.
Amazing. Well, that's great to hear. And I believe it's like nice perspective as well, coming as an international student and trying to build a career here in Canada, right?
Yeah.
So I know that, well, you got that position and you were no longer working there. That's something that you mentioned to me. So I would like to hear from you, like, how the experience that you landed with VanHack in building this start in the Canadian market helped you to move ahead to where you are right now, at the position that you are. What do you feel that was beneficial from that first experience that you landed?
Yeah, totally. The thing is that in the market nowadays, you have a lot of these changes when it comes to the market itself. For example, the IT industry. If you just put as an example LinkedIn and you're seeking for a job, you can apply to the job, etc., and you may maybe track your process and all this stuff, and maybe you are ghosted because maybe you didn't create a good resume for that, and maybe you are doing it in the wrong way because it works differently to what we are get or to what we get used to in our countries. And when it comes to the professional way or side, VanHack helps you a lot when it comes to the market and how it's related to the industry per se, because you are accompanied by people. For example, you have one people that made you help to double check or review maybe your resume. You have kind of mock interviews that probably you won't have with LinkedIn. So it helps you a lot to prepare yourself in order to be ready to face the first entry point, if you think about this, to the company or the role you're looking for. But most importantly, something that I realized, regardless of the platforms or different from other platforms, is that each role is kind of tailored to the company, the role, and the skills that are going to be the good match to get that hire or to get that position. So that is something good, beneficial for you as a candidate if you are looking, for example, a role that you want to or you are interested in, and you want to participate in the process. So you can apply, you can put the set of the skills you have for that role and so on, and keep the process. So you got this feedback from the other side and maybe validate the things. So this is something interesting because you have the started point followed by someone, a human being, that is going to help you to go to the next step. So, for example, this is something that you won't have or find in a different platform. And when it comes to the Canadian market, it's very important because things were totally different from different countries. So if you don't investigate, if you don't research, if you don't prepare yourself, you then can realize that maybe you can feel that you are lost, or you are something, or you are going to feel something that you don't understand, or you are going to feel something that you don't know what's happening. Because sometimes seeking a new job could be overwhelming because of these kind of glitches, right? Because we don't invest enough time to update ourselves about the market, to understand it, and how to start working on it. So in a very summarized way, VanHack is like the friendly person or friendly guy that is close to you, that helps you to work to get your new job or to get involved at least in the market. So you have another cool tools that, for example, I realize and use in the past is the for practicing, if you want to practice your coding skills. And I don't remember the name of the platform you guys were with, but it's really cool. It's very solid. For example, I used to test, for example, or perform tests in lead code and some others that are really nice, really good to work with. But this one is like have these different levels, and it's very solid in all the things that you expect depending on you're going to apply, because the process or the technical aspect may vary depending on the company, but at least it helps you, gives you the idea that that's going to be real for you in your next steps.
Happy to hear that was like the first step. I like to what I did was bringing your experience, because I know looking for a job can be very challenging, and also being here already in Canada, looking for a job can be even more overwhelming because you're here you're already, in the environment, and at the same time looking to improve. At the same time, you need a job. Um, and having these VanHack as your buddy, it's good to hear that that helped you so much, and that also as a stepping stone for you to land another opportunity after that first one that you had here in Canada, and then be able to keep growing. That's awesome to hear.
Yeah, yeah, totally. Even for example, when I was doing the program, I met a lot of people with experience in the market. They also were really good, and also suddenly, one day you are talking to people, and then you see that people that lives close to you also works in the same industry, and then the first thing that I told them, go to VanHack. If you're looking for something, go there, because first if you're looking something in the local market, you're going to have something there, because of course they have multiple projects. They work with companies, global companies, and whatever you are looking for. But if you're interested in the local market, for example, LinkedIn and other platforms are really good to go. But if you want to have, for example, a Canadian-based company, regardless of the location, VanHack is the way to go. If you are not prepared yourself with the interview process and all that stuff, they got you covered, because they are going to company with you. So with your experience, you're going to be a good match. So that was my recommendation for new people, because I've been doing the whole transition, investigating
Mhm.
myself. So that was my kind of piece of advice for them, if you
It's
want to
awesome.
save some
Oh,
time.
yeah, I say that it's good when we are open to open doors and keep it open, right?
Yeah, yeah, totally.
So networking, what I could say, like key takeaways from our conversation today, is the word of mouth really matters, and networking.
Yeah,
That's much of what you've been doing here, and it's been working great for you. Well, in
yeah,
the name
yeah,
of
exactly.
the sorry, Victor. In the name of the no, the VanHack team, we just would like to thank you, and I would say like congratulations on your journey. Takes a lot of resilience as well, I know. And this is also like a positive message to whoever is watching us here today. Takes a lot of resilience for sure, and a lot of persistence to keep in the market in challenging times like this, and competitive as it is. So we do appreciate your words today and your advice. We wish you nothing but the best, and if you need anything, just reach out to us. We are here to keep supporting you and, well, keep growing the community. So if you were there watching, if you're curious about the platform, never tried, just was waiting for some sort of feedback, well, you just got here live from Victor. So yeah, just reach out to us. Thank you so much. Anything else that you would like to say to close the session?
Yeah, no, just thank you for having me today. And from the other people that is interested in whether it's in relocating or if they are here in Canada, you have to know that there is not only a good platform, but there's a team of people working that is given a big impact, because I saw also the cases that people relocating from different countries, that it is nice because though some other people has not idea related to this paperwork and other stuff, it's very overwhelming. There's a lot. I've
Yeah,
been in that side, but knowing that there's a company like VanHack that is may you help with all this stuff, is a really good a really
yeah,
good
we
thing to
got your
know. So
back.
yeah, yeah, totally. Yeah,
Amazing. Thank you so much, Victor. Well, see you next time. And while you watching there, keep tuned. We probably coming soon with more success cases and news about International Women's Month. See ya.
see you. Bye bye. Thank
Bye
you.
bye.